This is the only channel in South Asia that provides you with the accurate news, updated news about the Canada and Australia visa. So that's why subscribe this channel for the updates on Canada and Australia visa. And also, you need to click on the page link in the description. That is our official Facebook page where you can talk to me one on one. Thank you.
Hi, this is Alizim from Alizim Services. There is one sector that is really in bad condition in Australia. And that's why the international students and the community that is attached to this sector, they have been allowed by the Australian government to work more than 40 hours. This is one of the conditions when you move Australia as an international student, that you cannot work more than 40 hours fortnight. But agriculture sector is a sector that is under huge problem. So the students who are attached to the harvest business or harvest job rather, so they are allowed to work more than 40 hours. And this is the sector that is been demanding about 26,000 workers. So this sector is under a great tussle and it demands 26,000 more people to fulfill the requirement of Australian agriculturalist industry. So that's why the students who've been doing the harvest sort of jobs, they can work more than 40 hours. And let me tell you one thing here that you might be thinking that if the international students are not moving on Australia and they are not allowed to travel in Australia, so how could they work for more than 40 hours? And let me tell you one thing here that it's been since April 2020 that the Australian government has issued the COVID-19 pandemic, visas, and actually 5,600 visas to the people who are attached to agriculture job, and they can serve the Australian agriculture sector. So if you are somebody that is staying back in your source country, but you have an attachment to the agriculture sector in Australia, so you have the chance to travel under a very good category, and that is COVID-19 pandemic visa category, where 5,600 people have been allotted the visas, and they have been given or granted the visa by the Australian government. So if you are staying back in your country and your visa is going to expire and 3 months are left in expiration of your visa, this is the right time for you to apply for a special circumstances visa, and you can enter in Australia if you belong to the agricultural sector in Australia. And of course, when you talk about, Mr. Hawkes, Mr. Hawke is the Australian immigration minister. I mean, he is working pretty closely with the Littleproud. Mr. Littleproud is the agricultural minister of Australia, and they are working together to bring such a policy that the people who are attached to the agriculturist industry, they must be given a pace, they must be given a track and the way to get back to Australian community, because Australian agriculture sector is in great demand of the workers. So it's a great news that the students who will move Australia, I believe so after 2 or 3 months, will start moving Australia. So I would suggest you to get involved in agriculture business and agriculture job. So this is the sector which needs the people, and you're going to have a huge amount of money because you can work more than 40 hours, the usual time as per the visa conditions. And you might have heard about the Australia-New Zealand bubble program as well. So Australia-New Zealand bubble program says that 22,000 of the people, they were proposed to add in such program of the agriculture field. So the harvest field, the agriculture field is in great demand. And the great news, what I'm sharing to all of you is that you need to contact the DHO Department of Home Affairs if you were associated to agriculture sector before moving to your source country and the COVID-19 prevails and you could not travel. And you can do that before the expiry date of your visa, 3 months before the expiry date of your visa. And let me repeat it, that the Australians Australian government is granted 5,600 visas to the people who were attached to the agricultural industry, and they needed those people back. Keep on smiling, and I hope you spread this news by sharing the video. Ali Azim.